Troopers and grinders, welcome to Hank's live breakdown of UFC 316. We are here, everybody. It is finally a live format of my masterpiece series, Hank's mental breakdown. Not only of is his psyche, but of all the fights going on in the UFC. Yep, I'm doing a new format, man. I'm changing the game, revolutionizing everybody. This is either going to be the greatest thing of all time or my most miserable failure. To be honest, nothing really goes past the Idaho video, but this might get to that new low. So we will see what happens, guys. We will see what happens. And in the meantime, yeah, I'm just gonna chill here and do some banter until I see a few familiar faces, because you guys don't want to miss this wonderful content that I have ready for you guys. Hank's breakdown. I enjoyed making the edited videos long ago, and now that it's in a live format, there's a lot of little tips and tricks I got in store for you guys. So be prepared. And also, I've been chatting with my old pal Vinny, and we have a lot of ideas for this kind of interactive stream format. So look forward to that as well, everybody. What's up, Hank? How's life? Life is good, Pulse Reloaded. Life is good. I love that I could do some orchestrating. I'm doing all right, Pulse Reloaded. I'm doing fantastic, my man. How are you? How's life? You still a pastor, man, or have you? I think you told me you moved on from that at some point. By the way, can you hear the music very clearly, Pulse Reloaded? I wanted to check the audio to make sure it's good before I start. How's it going, Troopers and Grinders? This is Hank's live breakdown of UFC 316. It's in a live format now. I'm thinking about reviewing every card and calling it an autopsy report. Consider joining me. I'm an ordained minister. That's what I thought. Okay, I'm glad that you're still an ordained minister, Pulse. Vinny and I had the idea of a oh god, what was it? We had the idea of an MMA autopsy, like for prospects. We'd call it an MMA autopsy. So we've all got ideas for autopsies. It makes us wonder if we're all secretly serial killers and cadavers behind the scenes. But nevertheless, I mean, we got Rigo in this community, so you never know. But yeah, good to see you, Pulse. And it seems a few people have found their way in here. So without further ado, let's get into the fight. Starting with Markel Medeiros taking on Mark Choinsky. Who? I don't know, Korath. I think that's not Choinsky. It's Tchaikovsky. That's right. Tchaikovsky has joined us right here in Hank's Asylum. He lost his mind long ago when he was conducting music, and now he belongs here in a sponge cell. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real tragedy what happened to him, but hey, Choinsky is a big fan of Tchaikovsky. That works for me. And I think with Markel Medeiros, he's got some experience in the UFC. He's had some solid fights so far, beaten some good names. He's 10-1 in the UFC, but then again, this guy Choinsky is 8-0 outside the UFC, so you can't put the biggest amount of prestige behind these records sometimes. Markel Medeiros goes to a split decision with Austin Hubbard, which is never really a good look. You know what I'm saying? You should be absolutely schooling Austin Hubbard and submitting him if you're you're able to knock him out, you should. And it seemed that Hubbard was not able to knock out Austin Hubbard. Goes to a split, could have easily lost that one. But I still am going to choose him here over the Mark Shark Joinski. He must be wrestling. I said it. He is a shark, but he's only a shark on the regional scene, and that's because they're giving the shark meat, if you know what I'm saying. They're giving him some tin cans. He literally beat a 2-8 guy 7 weeks ago. Terrible. Very good nice LFA, but competition is just not good enough, in my opinion, for him to be able to take on a guy like Markel Medeiros. I think Markel Medeiros is solid on the feet. I think he can be a good grappler when he wants to be. I know that Choinski committed the guy he was 8-7, dude. Like, again, I don't think he's going to be able to get somebody like Markel Medeiros down to the ground, whereas Medeiros could get Choinski down to the ground. And on top of that, I think Medeiros' striking is way better because he's faced way better talent for him to refine his striking, whereas Choinski can basically throw at will against anybody because none of them are good in the promotions he's been fighting in. So for that reason, I think he's going to have he's going to hit his ceiling really quick here in the UFC. And Markel Medeiros is going to hit him with a 1-2 and a knee up the middle, and then he's going to put him down, and then he'll get right back up, and then he'll have a very close fight, and it'll result in a Markel Medeiros decision. That's right. I am picking Markel Medeiros here against Mark Joinski. I think Medeiros' finishing ability has dropped quite a bit since he started in the UFC, and I don't think the finishing ability is going to return, even if it's against a tin can like Mark Joinski. So for that reason, give me Markel Medeiros to win. I don't even know if it'll be a close decision. I think it'll probably be a unanimous decision, but just given the lack of substantial grappling and striking we've seen from Markel Medeiros these days, I think he's just going to eke out a decision here against Mark Joinski, as sad as that may be. In the meantime, I am going to add some more slides so that we can keep this train a rolling, troopers and grinders. Let's see. Where's Kong Wei? Let me check. Okay, there it is. 1 second, guys. All right. Next up, we have Quillen Salkilled taking on Yanal Ashmuz. I think I'm going to change the music, by the way. Here we go. Quillen Salkilled, he's very tall, at least for his weight class. I believe this fight is taking. Yeah, it's a lightweight fight. 6 foot, an understandable height. Quillen Salkilled knocked out the GOAT and Shar Jubilee in his last fight, so for that reason, he's got to be the future of the lightweight division. Whereas Yanal Ashmuz, he also beat a fighter I am quite fond of, Trevor Peek, and it wasn't the most impressive performance in the world. He did what Nate Diaz would describe, "Oh, you're a wrestler now. Oh, you're a wrestler now," you know? And Trevor Peek just had nothing for the grappling, sad enough to say. I mean, he did get back to his feet. He made it a fight. But at the same time, Ashmuz was exposed on the feet so badly by Trevor Peek that he had to grapple, which is not a really good sign here against Quillen Salkilled, who I think is actually lanky and pretty quick at that. He also has solid Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So if Yanal Ashmuz decides that he wants to wrestle, let's wrestle, kid. Let's wrestle. And Salkilled, I think, is going to counter him pretty easily, and he could even get up on top just because he's so tall that I think he could easily push Ashmuz off of him and even find a way to get on top. But Salkild, he's got knockout ability, but I've never seen Ashmuz get knocked out, at least not in the UFC yet. But it seems clear to me that Salkild is going to outstrike Kunal Ashmuz. He's going to have more for him, at least than Trevor Peak. His striking is not sloppy. Very precise, and for that reason, I think Ashmuz is going to have even more trouble with Salkild striking than he did with Trevor Peak. But do I see Salkild finding the finishing blow? No, I do not. It's sort of a Markel Madero situation. Like, he's got the talent, but when it comes time to actually like prove his worth and have like put a stamp on his career in the division, I don't think he's going to get a definitive stamp. I think it's going to be a slight stamp. I think he's going to show him some levels, but when it comes to it, he's not going to finish him. Unless Ashmuz does something really stupid and allows himself to get put in a triangle or something, I think there isn't a lot of danger when it comes to getting finished here. But Ashmuz could easily let the fight run away from him. For that reason, I think I'm going to go and pick my man, Quillen Salkild. I hope that he finds a finish because I want revenge on Ashmuz for beating up Trevor Peak. But at the same time, Ashmuz is solid enough that I can't, he's solid enough that I can't pick Salkild in good faith to finish him. I can pick him, though, to out-grapple him and, pick him apart. So I think that's what's going to happen. And the killer salad is going to eat up Yao Ashmuz like a salad, no diddy. And another good win for Quillen Salkild. A lot of people have touted him as a big-time prospect, but I don't know, man. I think he's unproven. And he had a very close fight on his Contender Series debut. So for that reason, give me him to get the decision here against Kunal Ashmuz. Let's see. No. Hank the host. How's it going, Vinny the Guinea? Good to see you, my friend. It's here, a live version of Hank's Breakdown. You could buy the album in record stores near you. It's Hank in Japan playing his live concert in Japan. A rarity, a rarity. But my video editing has cross streams. Don't let it cross streams. It's cross streams, and it's here in the world of toxic world of live chat. And here I am. And I think you're going to be very impressed. Let's play some new music. There we go. And I have it all Tchaikovsky for my musical accompaniment because there is a certain fighter here on the prelims who's a big time Tchaikovsky fan. Look at him; he's got his portrait right up there on his wall, and I think he feels like he's Tchaikovsky's bastard son. So, in honor of Mark Choinsky, I have some Tchaikovsky to play for the remainder of this live stream. Let's move on to our next fight. We have Yu Sang Yu taking on Jeka Saragi. Yu Sang Yu has come from the promotion of Korean Zombie. That is right. The Korean Zombie, Chang Sung-jung, has developed his own MMA promotion out in South Korea. Congratulations to the center-left candidate, by the way, for winning the presidency in South Korea. By the way, Vinny, if the volume feels too low, let me know, and I can always turn it up. Turn that shit up. But yeah, the center-left candidate in South Korea defeated the authoritarian guy who tried to declare martial law in South Korea and basically turn South Korea into an authoritarian government. And basically, the entire Korean people and journalistic community said, we're getting inside the fucking building, and we are going to kick you out of office. And that's what they ended up doing. And the authoritarian leader resigned, and now a more democratic candidate has taken his place. So, congratulations to South Korea. Might end up getting even more MMA talent from there because of this. Um, South Korea gone based, gone Christ filled. That is right, Vinny. They went based as fuck. They kicked out they kicked out the Islamophobic and the sinner. They kicked out the Antichrist, whatever the hell his name is, who declared martial law. They kicked out the dictator Tots forever, and they replaced it with a democratic candidate, man. They are completely based. They gone full socialist, man. Yee! Sweet Tchaikovsky in music, absolutely. Oh, Michaels, they got him in midair. Rare South Korean W. That is right. Good for them. And another W will await them at the hands of Ju Sang-yu, who might just be the new Korean zombie, guys. He is the protege of the Korean zombie in his fight promotion in South Korea, and had an impressive debut on Road to UFC. Now he's taken on Jekka Sargi, who found a way to get knocked out by Antar Lee, which is a terrible, terrible look, everybody. And yeah, this guy lost on in the rest of his life, knocked out Lucas Alexander, and then immediately got subbed by Weston Wilson, of all people, which is just a terrible, terrible look. Beaten by two of the lowest level guys at featherweight. And now he's dealing with a South Korean prospect with a lot of knockout power. Music makes your voice cut out for some reason. Let's see if there's something I can do here. Hold on. Let's see how this. Stupid wiring. Let's see if I can make this thing work. Please work. Huh. Uh-oh. I thought this thing. Huh. Let's try this. There we go. All right. Let's see if microphone. Anakin, you were the chosen one, Anakin. I loved you. Let's see if this works. All right. Let's see if my audio works. Sounds like Rastafarian chat. Make sure to like the stream, everybody, so you can get more of your beautiful faces in here. Them Koreans went full democratic. Damn fucking communists. I tell you what, man. But yeah, Ju Sang-yu. He's got a lot of knockout power. Very solid. Jekka Sargi also has knockout power, but he's got negative fight IQ, and he found a way to lose to Weston Wilson and Anchar Jubli. And for that reason, I think Ju Sang-yu is on the same level as Anchar Jubli and Weston Wilson, if not better. He actually has knockout power, and he knows how to put his strikes together in a way that's concise and accurate. Whereas Saragi throws caution to the wind and just swings with big meaty hooks. Oh crap, too fat. Around the guard and prays that it works, and it never really does. And for that reason, I think Ju Sang-yu's going to win the striking battle and put Saragi's lights out. And it'll be quick too. I got him winning by first round knockout. I think he is going to expose Saragi as somehow even worse than we thought he was. Also, with these freaking Asian prospects, they never give the real reach. Never give the reach. I don't know. They just got bad bookkeepers over there for some reason, even though their archives are incredible for some. Some reason they just don't do a good job tracking the lengths. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no diddy. But Jekasargi is the worst at featherweight. I think Ju Sang Yu is going to prove that, and I think he's going to find a round 1 knockout here on Sergey. I think he's a lot better, and that's just the facts, Jack. In the meantime, let me do some spring cleaning. You know, no diddy, so that I can we can have some more slides to go through. Give me 1 second, guys. Technical difficulties. In the meantime, how's everybody doing here in the live chat? Spooky. In the meantime, enjoy the orchestrations. Ooh, ow. Okay, a little bit more. Dum 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 dum. Bum 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 dum dum dum. All right, next. In the meantime, I can stay in this area. There we go. That's better. Parastafarian chat. Are you calling Paradox the chat a parasite? Because you may be right, but that's also very mean. You know? If you don't have anything nice to say, Vinny, say it anyway, but say it in a funny way. That's how you'd put it. All right, there we go. All right, we're caught up. We're up to date. Next up, let's take a look at our next fight. We have got Ariane Lipski da Silva, the Bears, taking on Kong. I'm the Joker, baby. Wang. And as her description says, I can think of no more fitting character to spend their time in this asylum than Kong Wang. I mean, look at her, man. She's the Joker, baby. She's in a straitjacket for a good reason. If I let her go, I think she would bite my face off. And meanwhile, Ariane Lipski da Silva, as I like to call her, Ariana Grande, she is the queen of violence, but she is also the queen of being silenced in that cage, because there's just a lot about her that is very low level MMA, in my opinion. She swings for the fences and then allows herself to get either taken down, caught, whatever, man. She used to be the one getting the finishes, and now she's the one getting finished. Let's just put it that way. And she got beaten by a grappler in Jasmine Jasudavicius, or what? Wait, it wasn't Jasmine Jasudavicius. Was it that other? No, it had to be. I think it was Jasmine Jasudavicius. Pretty sure. I mean, I'll check that. I think it was Jasmine Jasudavicius who got her down to the mat, beat her up. Whereas with Kong the Joker Wang, she is a stand-up artist, and many people are afraid right now that she's going to end up getting head kicked out of nowhere and subbed like she was the last time she was in China against Gabriela Fernandez. But Ariane Lipski da Silva, I don't know. Yeah, it was Jazzy J who submitted her. The danger in Lipski's game is sort of gone, in my opinion. I think Kong Wang's better than KCO fucking Neal. Karine Silva was showing Lipski problems, and she's an all right striker. And then Jasmine Jasudavicius kept it alive on the feet. I feel like Kong Wang can smoke her. I don't know. Something's telling me that she's got good enough stand up that she can just go pop, 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 pop with her striking. And Lipski da Silva,
I don't think she's going to have a lot of responses to that. If she's not the one on offense on the front foot, she's on the back foot. And then once she's up against the cage, it's just there's no conflict here. There's no equivalence here. So I think Kong Wang's obviously the better striker. Will she get head kicked by Lipski de Silva? We haven't seen it yet. So I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a Kong Wang schooling for 3 rounds. And as much as I would like to say that she finds a finish, I don't think it's going to happen. I think she is going to win a decision, which is sad, very sad, very sad. But it's going to happen either way. Batima! Leano. Hey there! Hey there! There goes the Batman, man! Wah, 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 wah. Bon, no, 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 no. Bum! Dun-dun-dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. No, 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 because he's gay. Yes.
Yo, I'm not gay. Benny the Guinea Bird. I was literally with a fucking woman the other day. We were fucking in my apartment, Benny. Fucking word.
Scat Tank MMA. I mean, it was scat for quite a bit, but now it's not scat anymore. I have wiped the windshields clean and the he's a scat man. I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man. I'm the scat man round the corner. Could that someone be Hank the Tank? Look at old Louis Miller. Way down by the river, don't you know? Anyway. Yes, sir. I gotta get me one of those sticks that the composer uses. All right. Let me produce some more fights. What are the next fights that I can include? All right. Bum, 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 bum. Very good indeed. All right. Maestro, if you please. Let's see. What do we got next? I made sure to get plenty of Tchaikovsky in here. All right, next up. Boom, 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 boom. Those are some sneak previews for you, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right, let's move on to our next fight. We've got Chaos Williams taking on Andreas Gustafsson. This is yet another short notice fight. involving fighters that were supposed to be on the last Apex Fight Night card and have somehow found their way onto the early prelims of a pay-per-view event. UFC is just WWE, and you cannot convince me otherwise, people. Chaos Williams got beaten up by Gabriel Bonfim, taken down to the ground, choked out. Not the best performance. And meanwhile, Andreas Gustafsson, he's tall, he's rangy, but he sort of reminds me of a Derek Brunson, where it's like his game plan is just to pressure forward and land. But the counter to that is he has terrible striking defense, so he'll allow himself to just get hit flush as he's coming in trying to engage and get in the clinch. And I do like Gustafsson's style because it's very pressure heavy, very based on Muay Thai. Sort of reminds me of a Charles Oliveira or an Anderson Silva. But at the same time, he just leaves himself very open to getting caught. And with Chaos Williams, that's his game plan, dude. His game plan is to catch you in an insane exchange where he just has the proper timing. And Andreas Gustafsson, he's a very one-note fighter, very, very basic game plan. And something tells me that game plan is going to get thrown right out the window here when Gustafsson just catches him with a big shot as he's coming in, trying to pressure with knees. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Gustafsson was able to just find the chin on Williams in the clinch up against the fence, since that's what he does. He shoots, he gets elbows, he gets knees up the middle. But I don't know, man. Chaos Williams, he's a marauder. People forget, man. Chaos Williams. His parents named him Chaos because he brings it. He brings the chaos in there, man. He's got incredible overhands. Watch out, man. Andreas Gustafsson. He's not Alexander Gustafsson. He's Andreas Gustafsson, man. And he's going to be looking to scrap. Chaos Williams is going to be looking to scrap. This is going to be a great fight, to be honest. But I feel like Williams, that's Williams' MO, is to have a crazy fucking brawl where he comes out on top. Gustafsson is used to being very calculated, very pressure heavy. But I think that Chaos Williams is going to make some space. And then he's going to come in with a big overhand that just puts Andreas Gustafsson out cold. And for that reason, I've got Chaos Williams by round 1 knockout. I think he's going to catch Gustafsson coming in, doing his stupid little pressure-heavy game plan, bum rush him, and he's going to pay for it real bad. So give me Chaos Williams by round 1 knockout. Let's keep it running, folks. Hey! No, fuck you, Kevin Holland. Shut up. 45-70, bitch. He loves to bitch. He loves to snitch. At Kevin Holland. Yay! We got 4 people in here. Make sure to like the stream, everybody. I put my heart and soul into this, man. Click. Boom. All right. Hey. Next fight. I'm here. Girlfriend's over, man. Dude, fucking girlfriend's over, Hank. We're hitting the dabs. Dude, have you ever tried just raw jalapenos before, man? Just fucking dip that shit into some hummus. Have some of that, dude. My diet's so healthy, Hank. Dude, trust me, I get a lot of diet from my girlfriends, too. They give me quite a bit. But, yeah, dude, I'm hitting the dab. Dude, when I'm fucking watching your stream while I'm hitting the dab, I see colors, man. I see new fucking images appearing right in midair, dude. Did you ban No Chill? I'm not sure, Lane. It's a surprise appearance from Lane. I haven't seen Lane in forever. Is he still banned? I think he is. And the reason why, I mean, he can obviously allow his alts to be in here, Lane. I've let his alts be in here all the time, so it's not like he's missing out on everything. But I banned him because, like, there's been times that he's, tricked me, pretended to be my friend, trolled me, made me stay up all night making bullshit, and then laughing at me. So, I mean, he's earned a ban. I mean, you got to agree with that. No Chill bought a membership, and it didn't pop up since your dumbass banned him. Oh, yeah, I'm a dumbass. Because, yeah, but he's fucking ratting on everybody he knows. And you're like, oh, why are you so mean to him, Hank? He's only ratted on every single person he's called his friend and betrayed them. Why are you, dumbass, being mean to him? And if he's buying a membership, hey, good for him. Does that mean that I instantly am, everything's squared away? Yeah, it's all fine. I'm not gonna be fucking bot, Lane. So yeah, you haven't showed up in any one of my live chats. Who are you to fucking talk? Going up to bat for fucking No Chill when he's made expose streams of Giuliano and you. What are you talking about? And this is no diss on No Chill. I'm saying, stop fucking glazing someone who's psychologically tormented me and gaslit me. Just calling me a dumbass for trying to distance myself from someone who's tricked me several times. You kidding me? Dude, fucking Hank. He's no child, dude. He's no child, dude. He's a young adult. Aftab, yo, how's it going? Aftab Ahmed, good to see you. This is Hank's live breakdown of UFC 316. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. This is a continuing video series of Hank's Asylum, covering all the inmates here in the UFC, and I've decided to go with the live format this time, and I hope you guys enjoy. It has some music. Plain Lane, ouch. Snow Chill. Walnut Brain MMA. What you think about Leon Edwards? Leon Edwards, he used to be very technical, used to be high fight IQ, but the problem is, Aftab Ahmad, is that he's always kept himself on the back foot in his fights and has been a little bit tentative when it comes to striking and grappling. And unfortunately, we're now at when you think about it, Usman was winning that fight until Leon Edwards got the head kick. And even though Usman slowed down and his knees started to buckle during the second fight, he was still giving Edwards problems. The thing is, Colby is just terrible at, he's got a negative fight IQ, so he wasn't able to beat Leon. But Bilal, who had a better game plan, was. And it just feels like Leon Edwards is deathly allergic to wrestling at this point, and it's not going to get any better for Leon Edwards, is my opinion. I hope that Leon Edwards finds a way to bounce back. He's a likable guy. He's a likable guy! A Leon Edwards bloke! But unfortunately, his wrestling is just not there anymore. Sending money is more than Vinny. Dude, Vinny has done way more for me, and guess what, Lane? It all came from a place of good faith. It all came from a place of honesty and heart and positivity, and that's way better than any money that you can give me, because it's fucking real. I don't care if Vinny gives me $0 for the rest of my fucking life. As long as he's giving me support, he's way better than any master manipulator ever could. Aftab, assalamu alaikum. Hank, I think you have anger issues. Yeah, and I think you're a massive troll haunter. And again, the name suggests that you haunt live chats and troll, and that's what you do. So I'm less one note than you. Holy shit, did you guys see Elon Musk's last tweet? I know, he's going off. He's crashing out fully. Yeah, because he literally left the White House with a black eye. So yeah, people want to say I got anger issues. Elon Musk is fucking breaking down. It's Elon's breakdown now. Thoughts on Elon saying Trump is in the Epstein files? I mean, that's quite the shocker, right? Not in the AM, bro. That's the surprise of the century, that the Trump who Epstein described as his closest friend and associate is in the Epstein files when he visited his island regularly. That's insane. Gustafson is 6'1" skank tank. Let me look at that. I'm going to look at that Tapology page. Hmm. 6 foot. You're right. Wait a minute. I thought Chaos Williams was 6 foot as well. My bad. Let me check. Take a look. Yeah. Oh, okay. So they're both 6 foot. I think I didn't change a one. Hey, Vinny. Wow, I was gonna leave a like. I mean, you still can if you want. I'm just saying. Listen, guys, if you don't know how I'm going to react to comments at this point, I don't know what to tell you. You say something, I respond to it the only way I know how, which is with honesty. And if that's for positive, for negative, I say how I feel. And you can't say that of a lot of other MMA YouTubers, you know. A lot of them want to sound cool and go along with the crowd. I'm so excited for this clash. I am too, not in the AM, bro. But I feel like Gustafson's game plan is very simplified. I feel like he rushes forward. He wants to engage in the clinch. He wants to throw knees up the middle and elbows. And Chaos Williams is just going to have none of that. Chaos Williams is good at separating. He's good at inviting a slugfest. And Williams almost always comes out of a slugfest on top. He doesn't like technical strikers, but Gustafsson is not one of those. No chill, please go live again so we don't have to watch this unprofessional garbage where the heights aren't even right. Oh yeah, there's the troll job from Lane. You really pick your you pick your channels to follow really well. A lot of them they all respect you and are honest with you so much. Yeah, that stock's gonna plummet. I meant the Trump Elon clash. Oh, it's already in effect. It's already round 1. And Elon has already kicked Trump directly in the nuts. Lane no chill is. Here we go. Here's where the bomb gets dropped. In the meantime, let's move on to the next one. Type better, kidless freak. Very, very positive. Lane is crashing out fully. Again, no chill is not the stock to invest in, everybody. Is it on the level of Elon Musk, Cheddarhead? That is my question for you. Has Lane crashed out to the level? I don't think so. Lane, relax. I agree. Yeah. Go fucking hang out in Giuliano's stream and get sweet talked. I made a video on my channel about your friend Hank. Oh, you made a video about me, huh? So I guess you've stooped to my level and decided to make a diss video about me. Great job, Lane. Professional hater. I literally haven't said shit about you for weeks, and it seems you're very obsessed with me. So whatever, dude. Oh, have your fun on your own channel. Lane is no chill. Seems like it. Lane's usually way more chill. Yeah. Let's take a look. Hank isn't the stock to invest in. Well, I've already made a stream that's way more original and visually interesting than 90% of these MMA YouTubers, so I'd say you're in the wrong for that one. You know, let's take a look. All these freaking alts ruining people's days. Giuliano, Argenti, and Lane finally explained. Or exposed. Who's in the right? Yeah, great horse to back. Unless you are no chill. And as I was saying, alts. Whap, 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 whap. Fucking pathetic. Anyway, let's move on to our next fight, shall we? We've got Sergey Spivak. He's a hell of a fighter. I'd love to fight him. It's on my channel, dummy. Dummy, yeah. Lane just trying to pick a fight with everybody. No wonder No Chill tried to expose you on stream. Crazy. Here, I'll entertain you. Peanut head. Wow. You call me Charlie Brown, huh? That's low even for you, Lane. That's ruthless, man. Ooh, Elon goes nuclear on him. Let's fucking go, dude. I'm loving it. Watch him fight to the death. See who comes out on top. Yeah, I will take time to go check this out. Let's see what Lane is making. How about it? I'm a disgusting monster, guys, because I hang out with this terrible person. Oh, man. I'm such a hypocrite, guys. Yeah, Vinny's never talked bad about me. Vinny's always wanted to make cool stuff with me. You also can't see your children. You sounded like fucking Mailson, to be honest. Which is a low bar. You made one short on Andrew. I see nothing on me. All right, let's see. What the fuck is this? Okay, that's actually pretty based. Pretty. Yeah, there's no video, Lane. I literally clicked on. That's a complete letdown right there. Didn't Lane change her profile picture to a Pharaoh's? Interesting. Yeah, calling me a blockhead. How could she call me a blockhead? Good grief. Lane account's no chill. I can't see Lane's real account story getting BJ. Sorry, getting BJ. Somebody got a BJ, that's for sure. Yeah, you also can't see your children. Wow. Low-hanging fruit. Why are you beefing with chatters? Don't you have a show to do? Do your show. Well, that's the thing. This isn't just a video that I just cycle through. This is a live chat. I can hang out in here for as long as I want. Know what I'm saying? But let's get some more musical accompaniment and get on with the show. There we go. There we go. Ah. Do your show like a good boy. Hey, you keep typing like that, you might be hanging out in other people's streams like a good boy. Everyone attack Tank for no reason. Nobody attacks Fraudliano for every reason imaginable. This community is clearly gay. Deeply closeted, that's for sure. But we have Sergey Spivak. He's a hell of a fighter. I'd love to find him. The Polarizing Bear, taking on Waldo Cortez Acosta. I'm not a big fan of either of these guys. Waldo Cortez Acosta shot takedowns on Robelis de Spain, produced a horrible fight, and then was taken to the limit by Andrei Arlovsky and should have lost that fight and somehow won. And then celebrated like he'd won the UFC heavyweight title after beating fucking 48-year-old Andrei Arlovsky. And to be fair, he's redeemed himself just a little bit, taking on what's his name? Taking on Ryan Spann, knocked him out completely. Very, very entertaining results, but that's a rarity in the career of Salsa Boy. Now he's taking on an actual heavyweight in Sergey Spivak, who is always a threat on the ground. The thing that makes this fight very easy to call is that Waldo Cortez Acosta has zero takedown defense. He has not dealt with any good wrestlers on his rise to the top. The last time he did take on a wrestler, he was exposed on the ground and beaten up. Now he's finally getting tested by an actual wrestler. Sergey Spivak has excellent submission skills. Couldn't take down Jailton Almeida, but that's because Almeida's on some form of performance-enhancing drug. He's a genetic lab experiment freak, guys, let me tell you. And for that reason, he could cancel out, neutralize Spivak's wrestling, and then took him out on the feet. Whereas Waldo Cortez Acosta needs to take Spivak out on the feet, but he won't get the chance to because he's going to get double-legged and just slammed right down on the mat relatively quickly and then submitted just as fast. I think Spivak, if he's able to armbar Marcin Tybura out of nowhere in round 1. I think he can do the same thing to old Waldo Cortez Acosta. For that reason, give me Sergey Spivak to win by round 1 submission. Just dumps Cortez Acosta relatively quickly, and Cortez doesn't get a chance to show his striking, as Capitan Rafuko would put it. He'll be on his back and probably get either Kimura'd or put in a rear naked choke, or probably an arm triangle, I'm thinking, and then put to sleep by Sergey Spivak. And thankfully, the crowd will not be put to sleep because they'll actually see a relatively quick finish. So, yippee! All right. I'm rooting for Waldo Cortez Acosta's downfall right now, people. I'm hanging by a thread. I need to see revenge for robbing Andrei Arlovsky and then ruining the UFC career of Rebellis to Spain. All right, let's take a look at the next slides for me to run down, Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Boom. And next. Skadoosh. All right. Next fight. We've got Azamat Murzakanov, the 36-year-old EPO fat welterweight, taking on Brenson Ribeiro, who was one lucky son of a bitch because he was getting beaten up by Diar from I'm pretty sure Diar is Russian. Might not be true. Could be in the Eastern Caucasus, somewhere close to Russia. But either way, Diar, don't remember his last name, was putting it on Ribeiro. Let me check this. Yeah, Diar Nurzagay. He was on Brenson Ribeiro, no diddy. And then Ribeiro just found a Kimura out of nowhere, grabbed the arm while he was on bottom, and found a way to submit Diar, who had zero grappling skills. And before that, went to a split decision with Kyle Machado, which is a horrible look. But the thing with Azamat Murzakanov is he has wrestling in his back pocket, but also has a lot of power on the feet. Absolutely whooped Alonzo Menefield. Went to a close decision with Dustin Jacoby. Honestly, should have lost, but still was able to survive 3 rounds with Dustin Jacoby. And as we saw with Ribeiro's fight again, Jacoby's fight with Bruno Lopez, it's hard to survive on the feet with Dustin Jacoby, and Murzakanov managed to do that for 3 rounds. And other than that, he is a knockout artist and machine. And I feel like Brenson Ribeiro's chin is just somewhat gone, and he's going to allow himself to get cracked in this contest early, in my opinion. It's going to be like his fight with Ming Yang Zhang, where it's just like, oh man, he's putting it on Azamat. Oh, there's the counter. And Brenson's put out. He almost lost to Gadzi Asulov, but that was just due to grappling on Magomed's part. But Diar, he just couldn't find the finish against Brenson early, and he paid for it. I feel like Azamat is talented enough that he can find the finish relatively early. So for that reason, I'm going to take Azamat here, and I'm going to pick him by, let's see. There we go. Yeep. I'm going to take him by round 1 knockout. Not round 2, not round 3, not later in the fight. I think Henson Ribeiro is going to come at him, no diddy, and try to be very technical, and Azamat's going to have none of that. And then he's just going to KO Brenson out of nowhere. I think the chin is somewhat gone. Even though he survived against Diar is very, I don't know. He tries to snipe, but sometimes he fails. Doesn't get the proper timing until later. Whereas Azamat is just a machine who's constantly coming at you and is ready to take your head off. And I think he's going to do that here. I think Brenson's in for a very rough night. Enjoy, Z! Hoiven Glaven! So, yeah, give me Azamat, Rabadak, Rastafari. All right, let me put up some new slates. Keep this train rolling. It should be here. Why is it not here? Where are you? No. Oh, God. What have I done? Be like Joe Pfeiffer. Where are you, Joe?
Where are you, Joe?
There we go. Boom. That's one. And then let's do these. Woo. Nope. Add another one. There we go. Now I gotcha. All right. We should be ready to go. Let's move on to our next big fight. It is Bruno Silva, the flyweight version, not the terrible middleweight version, taking on Joshua Van. All you have to do is follow the damn van, Silva. Will he be able to follow the van? That is the question. To be or not to be. I don't think he will. Bruno Silva, I love this fight because both these guys are relatively the same height. Both of them have power when they want to have power. I'd say Bruno has more power than Van. But yeah, they're close to each other's heights. Both of them very entertaining in the stand-up. Bruno Silva, however, got entertainingly styled on by Manel Cap, who was just in the zone for 15 whole minutes and managed to find a knockout at flyweight on Bruno Silva. Didn't need eye pokes to do it either. I'm looking at you, Chris Weidman. But flyweight Bruno Silva, he's very powerful, very good at coming back because he has such power in his mitts. But as we saw against Manel Cap, if you deal with the right kind of striker who's defensively sound and can put a styling on you when you miss, Bruno Silva can be in quite a bit of trouble. Also, when he knocked out Cody Durden, Durden is primarily a grappler, not a striker, and we saw that against Matt Schnell. Dude, he was getting pieced up by Matt fucking Schnell. He was getting pieced up by Matt Schnell, Cody Durden was, before he found that Darce. And Joshua Van would never allow that to happen. I think Joshua Van would have beat the dog shit out of Matt Schnell. And for that reason, I don't count Bruno Silva's win against Cody Durden all that much. I think Joshua Van's very good at putting combinations together. Sort of reminds me of like a flyweight TJ Dillashaw in that he has just rapid combinations, super high level. And even though he allows himself to get in trouble sometimes when he's swinging against the fence, he still manages to survive and then win a decision. He is the decisionator for a reason. And flyweight Bruno Silva, can he crack Joshua Van? Yes, he can. Will he be able to put Van out? No, he won't. I don't think he's got the tall kind of frame of a Charles Johnson to be able to do that. I think Joshua Van is about his height, about his reach, and I feel like Bruno Silva is going to be dealing with a bizarro version of himself here. And I think Joshua Van's going to put it on him. He's going to put it on Bruno Silva for 3 whole rounds. I think Bruno's going to look like he did against Cody Durden until he found that overhand shot that put Cody Durden on skates. It's just going to be that fight for 3 rounds. If we're lucky, we're going to get Bruno Silva versus Manel Cap, and it's just Joshua Van styling on him until he puts him out. But yeah, Bruno Silva, I don't know. He has power, but he doesn't have the strategy to go along with it. Whereas Van has all the strategy and all the game plan. He just doesn't have the power. So this is why this is actually a really good fight. But I don't know. Joshua Van he's young. He's constantly improving. I think he's beaten better competition than Bruno Silva, and whenever he has a scrap, he usually comes out on top. So give me Joshua Van to win a... Oops. Win a decision. Yet another decision. I can't believe it. Huge age gap between them. That is true, Andrew B. But with Joshua Van, he's got a huge age gap against everybody because he's so young. 23 years old, 22. He's like around John Jones' age, you know? Whereas Bruno Silva is sort of on the way out, and his age got sort of shown by Manel Cap. The Lane Show owns you. Yeah, what Lane Show? It's got one short, and it's of this guy, Andrew B. Fucking leeching off of Andrew B. for your content, Lane. Why don't you make something fucking original instead of capsizing on a genius like the based one, Andrew B. Lots, all its viewers when I left. Well, yeah, wow, you're I want to take some meds there, Kanye. Walnut Brains is back, I know. Huge age gap. Joshua will be picked. Yes, Joshua will be picked because he'll be picked. All right, guys, he'll be picked because I think the van is faster. The van is faster than Bruno Silva, and the van can always slam on the brakes when it needs to and then shift into fourth gear and run Bruno Silva over. So give me the van to put a style in on Bruno Silva and just do what were those cars, the lowriders would do, and just no Diddy right on top of Bruno Silva. Let's go. So, yes, sir. And then our next fight, we got Vicente Luque. Taking on Kevin Holland. You understand what I was saying about my vids are blocked? Does that mean, Andrew B., that the vids are blocked from other people seeing them, or are you unable to see your videos? That's what I'm wondering. Like, what was the content of the videos that got blocked? Were they like offensive material? That's what I'm wondering. Because that's a shame. But you know, you can't unfortunately put everything in your videos. There are some things that YouTube will not allow. Although it is strange that they would block a short, because shorts can usually get past copyright and YouTube's guidelines pretty easily. So I'd be surprised if your shorts got blocked. I can see them, and it's a copyright. Okay, see that's the lesson to learn, Andrew B. Is you got to be careful with what music you play. So let me give you an example of this. Here, listen to the music I'm playing. This is orchestral music, stuff from the 1800s, way before copyright. And so if you use old music that is unable to get copyrighted, you won't be having as much problem with copyrighted audio. Just play all the great stuff from the olden days, you know? And you should be able to get past the copyright rather easily. If you play, audio from modern songs, the record labels and the companies are going to jump onto that right away. And you also have to just be careful with what media you show, you know? That's why you should always go for original content. But here we have Vicente Luque taking on Kevin Holland, 45-70, big lanky fucking idiot, journeyman. Kevin Holland, prize fighter, not a wise fighter, but a prize fighter. Kevin Holland, and yeah, I'm not a fan of this guy Kevin whatsoever. What he did on Rampage Jackson's podcast was absolutely disgraceful. Really sort of outed himself as a arrogant little idiot, and but didn't stop him from beating Gunnar Nelson, which made me quite angry. But what I didn't realize about Kevin Holland was that thanks for the advice. No problem, Andrew B. The thing about Kevin Holland is you can't out wrestle him at welterweight. Everybody thinks, oh, Kevin's takedown defense is terrible against everybody. oh, Kevin can't survive against anybody. I like the British vocabulary describing Holland. That's right, Paradox the chat. He's an arrogant twat. He's a stupid 45-70 arrogant twat. He is fucking 45-70 on the UFC 5. That's his rating. Fucking twat. That is Kevin Holland. And, I mean, just look at it. Look at his fucking stupid cowboy hat and his dumb face. But the thing about Kevin Holland, what did Kevin say? He basically tried to demean Rampage Jackson while he was on his podcast, and whenever Rampage Jackson gave a line of questioning, Kevin would just shut him down and say he's smarter than Rampage and he knows nothing, and just a young brat like an Anthony Hernandez, you know, who really knows nothing and yet thinks he knows everything. That's a horrifying combination. But Kevin Holland, he makes up for his idiocy on the mic with his talent in the cage. And Gunnar Nelson, as much as he has wrestling credentials, got Kevin down but couldn't finish the job. Couldn't do anything effective. And then Kevin Holland would get right back up and knocked Gunnar down and won a pretty unanimous decision. And with Vicente Luque, I don't think he's anywhere near Kevin Holland in the striking. He looked horrible against RDA. Just could not put his hands together. Now, he did knock out Themba Gorimbo, but Themba Gorimbo is shorter than Kevin Holland is. Kevin's actually going to be the taller guy in here. And if Luque can't be the old Luque in terms of striking, which I doubt he will be, because he's still got that brain bleed, I don't think he's going to be able to put Kevin Holland away. And then on the ground, when's the last time we saw Luque get a submission? I mean, I know he did it on Themba Gorimbo. He found the Darce. That was only after he knocked him down. I don't think that Kevin Holland, I don't think Luque will be able to Darce Kevin Holland on the ground. I think he'll be in his guard. Kevin will be on his back, throwing up triangles. And then eventually he's just lengthy enough. He's going to push Luque off of him. This thing's going to be back on the feet. And then I think Holland's going to put out Luque, in my opinion. I think he's going to get a round 2 knockout here. Vicente Luque, he's got talent, man. I think he still has talent. We saw it against Gorimbo, but that was only after he found that perfectly timed combination. I don't think he's going to find that combination here on Kevin Holland. I think he's going to try to get Kevin down immediately. He's going to fail. Or if he does get Holland down, Holland will get right back up because it's welterweight and not middleweight. And then Luque's going to slow down. Holland's going to speed up. I think he's going to put out Luque in round 2. And he's from here in Canada. I picked him, but I'm going for Luque. Are you rooting for Luque? I mean, I am too. Kevin's a jerk, but he's talented. You got to give it to him. He's talented when he wants to be. And you are my first YouTube of the day today. Oh, that's awesome, Andrew B. Thank you for joining my live stream. I appreciate it, bud. But yeah, unfortunately, I think Kevin Holland's too tall and has too good a reach for welterweight, and for Vicente Luque, I think he's going to show it. So, pretty easy decision to make here. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to put up the final fights of the card. So give me 1 second, troopers and grinders. Yeah, fucking Lane is such a troll, isn't she? It's actually unbelievable. It just came in like a fucking schizo and mocked me. Crazy. I gotta check what that first comment was that she put, because it seems like that was the tone for the entirety of her time in here. Almost there, guys. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Once upon a dream, I know you. Here we go. All right. All set up. Let's go, dude. All right. We move on we move on to our next fight, which is Mario Bautista taking on Melquizael Costa, as my old podcast partner would have said, or as he's now known, Patchy Mix. Mario Bautista, he's one of my least favorite fighters in the UFC because he pulled a Marab on Jose Aldo, and when he was losing, just leaned on him when he's not strong. And Mario Bautista sucks on Nick. Just leaned on Jose against the fence. It was terrible. It was a waste of our time. We all thought Aldo won. He didn't. And ever since then, Bautista is dead to me. Fully dead. Mario Bautista, absolutely. Mario Tista. Mario Bautista. Let me now that Vinny's riffing, let me think if I let me see if I have any puns for old Mario. Mussolini Batista. Let me see. Batista Blah. Batista Blah. Mario Batista Blah. That's him. And we like that, right? Little Mario. Little Mario. Stupid little Mario. Stupid Mario. That's what we call him. Stupid Mario. And yeah, he's on EPO. He's 31, but he looks like he's fucking 40 with how many performance enhancing drugs he's taken. And meanwhile, Patchy Mix, he seems all natural, man. Look at the difference in these guys' faces. Bautista looks like he's 40. Patchy Mix looks like he's fucking 23. Looks like he's fucking Joshua Van's age. Look at the difference. And it's all based on performance enhancing drug use. But Patchy Mix, he's taller, got a better reach than Mario Bautista. Now, what I am concerned about is that his name is No Love, so he might pull a Cody Garbrandt and just boom, get cracked with the right hand out of nowhere, right through the guard. But Patchy Mix was very talented in Bellator. Honestly, one of their Lloyd the bartender. Hey Hank, how's it going, Lloyd? Oh man, now I recognize you because I've seen you in musicals and Paradox the Chad's streams and Giuliano's too. No, yeah. I mean, I've seen you all over the place. I know that profile picture. I always liked you, Lloyd. I always liked you. Keep on serving me those drinks, Lloyd. I don't care, man, Lloyd. I love the little bastard. I'd never lay a hair on him. Maybe she's coming to get me down as your friend. She's affording you to shut down to get her hands on me, but I'll not let her to get me. If she does, I'll take her down. Based from Andrew B. Absolutely based approach from Andrew B. Take her down, Andrew. Take her down. Yo, Lord. Oh, Lord. I am Lord. Yeah. I am Lord. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't think Patchy Mix is as bad as Cody Garbrandt is, despite the nickname. I think Patchy Mix is a very successful striker and grappler. Beat a Dagestani in Bellator before he got here to UFC. Was the Bellator bantamweight champion, which I know shouldn't count for much, but Patchy Mix absolutely dominated. Beat Sergio Pettis, which is a fantastic win. And Bautista, he's a pressure-heavy wrestler. He tries to get up in your face. Patchy Mix is just tall enough and lanky enough that I think, and strong enough, that I think he's going to find a way to just drag Bautista down. The EPO won't save him here. And I think Patchy Mix is just going to get right on the back, hooks in. Bautista's
I don't want it.
struggling for dear life. And I think he's going to get his neck taken. And I think Patchy Mix is going to find the rear naked choke here on Mario Bautista. All those PEDs aren't going to save him now. And I have this Mr. Patchy Mix by round 2 submission. I think Patchy Mix is just a natural wrestler, whereas Mario Bautista is an unnatural wrestler because he takes drugs. And I think it's going to show here. Can't beat talent. I think Patchy Mix is going to perform a Damon Blackshear. If you know, you know, guys. He's going to have a Blackshear performance here against Baba Blackshear, Javier Wool, against Mario Bautista. I don't think Mix is as good at striking as Bautista is, but I think he's a way more powerful wrestler than Bautista, and that includes the EPO, you know? So give me Patchy Mix, round 2 sub. We then have Kelvin Gastelum. Is that in Kelvin, Fahrenheit, or Celsius? Gastelum, the refrigerator man. He's the refrigerator man. They call him the fridge. They call him the fridge. I'm the refrigerator man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All laying down. Damn, son. Fucking based from Andrew B, dude. Yeah, if she fucking made an edit of you, dude, you should ask for compensation. And then he's Gastelum's taking on Be Like Joe Pyfer. Actually, don't be like Joe Pyfer, guys, because Joe Pyfer hates Mexico because he had one bad experience in Mexico and he ate food that made him sick, and therefore the entire country of Mexico is dead to him. And I don't know, he might join some border patrol or some Gestapos. Let's just say that, guys. And yeah, Joe Pyfer, just look at that fucking face of his. He's such a fucking baby. And I don't care if he was homeless for a while and, oh, that made me bitter and that justifies me being angry at the world. I don't think it does. I think Joe Pyfer's a bitch baby. Acts that way to every journalist who asks him questions. Hates countries, hates reporters, hates fighters, hates everybody. So it's Joe Pyfer against the world, except the world is in his own head. And so tired of hearing this guy moan about everything. But sadly, he has a lot of talent to boot and a lot of power in his mitts. Can take down his opponents at will when he wants to as well. I think he has too many tools in the toolkit against Kelvin Gastelum, who is, he's just past his prime, clearly. I think he does a better job at welterweight than he does at middleweight. And but he had to be at middleweight because he ate all the contents of his fridge, and it made him sick. So now he has to move up to middleweight because he's a fat fuck and he can't get a hold of his own diet. Meanwhile, Joe Pyfer, he should take some lessons from Vinny the Guinea. Whereas Joe Pyfer, he's just a tall boy, and he's got power. And he's just bigger than Kelvin Gastelum. I think he can take down Kelvin when he wants to. I don't know if he's going to find a finish. I think it's going to be very close. But we've never seen Gastelum get knocked out. We've seen him get submitted. That's why I was considering taking Joe Pyfer by submission. But hearing from different voices now that I think about it, and they're the voices in my head. Now that I think about it, I think Joe Pyfer, I think he's going to keep it on the feet for the most part. I think he's going to barely outstrike Gastelum, be very unimpressive. And Gastelum's just going to Marvin Vettori his way through this fight and lose. So give me Pyfer to win a decision. Pyfer, I'm going for Gastelum, but I'm going for Gastelum. Yeah, I'm rooting for Kelvin too. I hope he puts Pyfer's lights out. Vinny the Guinea reference based. Kelvin Fatsalum. And taking on Joke Crier. What's some other ones I can... I mean, you could say Joe Pussy. That's Joe Pussy right there. Joe Weifer. And the Weifer and Winer and Diner. Taking on 300 Kelvin. Kelvin Gastelum. Yeah. Chow Fastelum. Joe Pryors. Yeah. Either way, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next we have got Juliana Pena taking on Kayla Harrison. All right. Now for some other Tchaikovsky music. We got Pena taking on Harrison. Oh, man. I am praying, dude. Praying to the MMA gods that Pena gets slept here and choked unconscious, and it's just like, you know, just goes beet red and goes out from Kayla Harrison, putting her in a sub. Juliana Pena, read your description. That's what I think of her. Everyone's like, man, everybody criticizes Juliana, but she's drawing eyes to the UFC. She talks people into the building. No, she doesn't, because she doesn't even know how to talk, dude. It's like Tito Ortiz once put it. She can't even put a sentence together. Anytime I hear Juliana Pena try to insult somebody, it just backfires and blows up in her face. Like, I swear she talks backwards sometimes. Maybe she's in a that explains the backwards.
Oh, Kayla Harrison, yeah, she wants to take the belt from me, but she never finished me. I'm a submission artist. Kayla Harrison, she's Bellator, bitch, and she has no spirit. Yeah.
And that's what Juliana Pena sounds like. And then Kayla Harrison is like, oh yeah? Oh, we'll see about that. Oh, you really like to talk big, don't you? We'll see. We'll see on the pay-per-view. We'll see. That's how she talks. Sounds like someone is about to lay the law down, And so, as her description says, it's all about the game and how you play it. Over on a roll if you can't take it. That Triple H. I feel like Triple H is going to pedigree Juliana Pena here, and then cinch in the rear naked choke while she's at it, and to get the very. I mean, actually, no, I don't. I think that's what I'd like to see happen. I'm sorry, I was fantasizing, guys, but the reality is, I think Kayla Harrison's going to take Pena down, but because Pena is so small, I think it'll be hard for Harrison to lock in the submission. I feel like he's mostly just going to out grapple her, and she'll look good on the feet for the first couple rounds, and then Pena is going to start to take over a little. But Harrison will find the takedowns to secure herself enough rounds to get the win. I like Pena, but Kayla's got this. Yeah, I think he's just way too big for her. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? 4 viewers now. Wow, this is an all-time high. Second year of the channel, and this is where you're at. You know what, Lane? Go fuck yourself. Off you go. See ya. Yeah, fucking dumb hater. Pena is the Conor McGregor of women's MMA. You really think that she's got the you really think she has the oral ability? I mean, she's got the oral ability. How do you think she ended up in the UFC in the first place? But do you really think she is a master of trash talk like Conor McGregor? I don't know. She's good at creating tension. I just don't think she's like name a Juliana Pena insult, Name a memorable Pena insult. I'll wait. It's mostly just her bitching and getting angry and yelling, but I swear I can't discern anything from her press conference appearances. So, and also she's completely delusional on top of that. So that ain't great. I'll be right back. What did I miss? Didn't miss much, Andrew. You were only gone for 2 minutes, so you might have missed Lane getting fucking kicked, hit by the door on her way out, but Conor McGregor. I mean, that'd be nice. Do you think that Pena actually draws eyes to the promotion? We'd have to see some statistics on this Colby Covington's burner. Kayla, why is she so hairy, son? Growth hormones. She eats or takes her vitamins, Vinny the Guinea. Juliana Pena. Julianne Moore. Jewel, I want to strangle her! Oh, yeah. Harry's son, yeah. Kayla Haribo Gummy Bears. Koala Harrison. I saw the short she did. Yeah, and it's it's charming, but she wants to fucking keep on bragging and making a fool of herself. She can do it somewhere else, But I feel like Juliana Pena is a better striker here than Kayla Harrison, but she allows the takedowns too easily. Even Raquel Pennington was able to get her down to the ground. Kayla Harrison is way bigger than Amanda Nunes is. She could even shin Pena and then take her down. Like, there's a lot of potential here for Kayla Harrison. I don't think Pena is honestly as good in the striking as Caitlin Vera is. I mean, we obviously saw this against Macy Chasson, and Harrison was still able to grind her out for 3 rounds, no diddy. So for that reason, I think Harrison is just a very tough oncoming train to stop, and I think the train's going to run Pena over. So yeah, give me Triple H to hit a spine buster pedigree, suck it, and then get the pin 1, 2, 3. I don't think she's going to find a finish. I think we saw with the Caitlin Vera fight, there's a certain, and even the Holly Holm fight, there's a certain level of opponent she can finish, and then the rest she'd beat by decision. And I don't think that's going to be too different here. So give me Kayla Harrison to just be an entertaining wet carpet, and rare entertaining wet carpet against Juliana Pena, and just smother her and get the win by decision. Make sure to like the stream, by the way, the 5 people who are still in here. Get it, Fred. Red no leg, those legs, boy. Yee, squeal, louder, wee, wee. But yeah, I think Harrison's good, but not good enough to find a finish on Pena. I'll be pleasantly surprised if she does, though. I'll tell Gray and Smelly about it. About what? About Lane getting her ass kicked? Sure. Go ahead. 9 likes with 5 watching. 9 likes is not bad whatsoever. I'll fucking take it, Thank you for letting me know, Andrew. And then let's see. All right, last song. There we go. Here's our main event of the evening. Is the music good, by the way, guys? Is the music at an adequate volume? We have Rod Wallace Wheelie taking on the cuck, Sean O'Malley. Give me some sugar, Sean O'Malley. Rob Dvalishvili, I don't know why. I understand why he wants to fight Sean O'Malley, just to definitively say that he destroys Sean O'Malley. But I mean, he's already the bantamweight GOAT. He doesn't have much to prove. Andrew, she's the worst. Yeah, for some reason she hung around here and tried to talk shit and big bro me Giuliano. It's a shame. Nice. I'm glad you went with that profile picture, by the way, Giuliano, because we want to see a beautiful face, man. We want to keep your face on your channel. So I'm glad you picked that profile picture of the poll. Rob Dvalishvili, he's on EPO. He's a cardio machine. Whereas Sean O'Malley, he may have stopped watching porn. He may have stopped masturbating. He may have stopped smoking weed and doing vaping. But I feel like that's not going to change the outcome here. Because as much as Sean O'Malley is a whiz on the feet, Rob Dvalishvili will not stop until he takes you down any way he knows how. Unless Sean O'Malley gets good at takedown defense right away and knows every single angle to counter Rob Dvalishvili's wrestling game, I feel like he's going to get put down on the mat at some point. And once that happens, O'Malley's going to slow down tremendously. Like, as much as you can change your mentality, you can't change your fight style too much. If Sean O'Malley does, I'll be surprised, and good on Sean for doing so. He was able to hurt Dvalishvili in the 4th round, put that knee up the middle. But every time we think, oh man, Marab's done. Wow, he got countered. Holy crap, he's on skates. Rob Dvalishvili just comes right back and finds the takedown and starts beating up his opponent. In fact, him getting hurt actually makes him better as the fight goes on. So you have to put Rob Dvalishvili out in order to win. And Umar tried it. Henry Cejudo tried it. Even Sean O'Malley was able to get off damage at some point. But you cannot stop the EPO train, Merab Dvalishvili. He is. I really like Merab at this point, actually, guys. I'm glad that he beat Umar Nurmagomedov, showed him levels. Umar Nurmagomedov is the most disgusting example of Dana White privilege I've ever seen, and I'm glad he got some karma for being shot like a rocket right up to the top with only one fight. one or two ranked fights. I don't even think. Oh God, what was his name? Who just absolutely destroyed Peyton Talbot? Who was the guy who wrestle fucked him on the ground? Raoni Barcelos. Raoni Barcelos. Like, what was I even getting at? Like, oh geez, what was I getting at? Oh yeah. Umar Nurmagomedov beats Raoni Barcelos when he isn't even ranked, and immediately gets Corey Sandhagen after that. Just corruption, complete corruption, and he deserved to get schooled for that. And Marab did that. So now I'm on Marab's on my good side. Whereas Sean O'Malley, I think he's always got a chance. He's got a lot of power and he's very long and lanky. No diddy, but Marab Dvalishvili, he's got too much cardio for him, man. He's got too much energy to not win at least like 2 rounds in this fight, if not 3. So O'Malley needs to find the knockout early. Usually it's in round 1. Usually they find the chin of Marab in round 1, but then they can't finish the job, and then they're never able to chin him ever again, dude. Marab Dvalishvili's chin just magically like fixes itself as the fight goes on. That's the EPO, like just going into every one of his blood vessels, and it turns him into a monster. And I think that's going to happen again. I think O'Malley might catch him early. It isn't able to put him out. And then Marab Dvalishvili just entertainingly wrestle fucks him for 5 whole rounds. Meek Rob. Wait a minute. Marab doesn't wash his willy. Oh my. Wait a minute. Let me check this. All right, I'm able to chat in here, Vinny. I think you should be able to. The stream hasn't been taken down, is it? Has it, everybody? Let me check this. It's classical music. There's no way it got copyright struck. Oops. All right, we're good. All right, let's keep on going. Sorry, just got a message from Vinny, but yeah, Sean O'Malley, the KO's always there, but against Marab, like you better say your prayers. You better pray that MMA gods are good to you timing wise, because if you don't put him out immediately, Marab is just gonna run you over, and I feel like that's gonna happen here. Marab does not wash his willy, especially when Aljo's hand has been on it, but especially when the EPO is injected. But I think Marab Dvalishvili is just too much. He's too much for any of these bantamweights. He's the bantamweight goat. Bantamweight goat for a reason, for more than one reason. But he's too entertaining for me to not like him. And Sean O'Malley, he needs a KO or he's toast. And I think it's more likely he does not find a KO. And that Marab Dvalishvili cruises his way to yet another decision. Why was this fight made? Why was it not, Pantoja versus Marab or Sandhagen versus Marab? We'll never know. Actually, we do know because they want eyes on O'Malley and they want O'Malley to be champion, but it is not going to happen. Dvalishvili is going to coast his way to a decision, unanimous. And that is going to do it for Hank's breakdown. What the fuck, Benny? The stream is not down. Come on, Vinny. Okay. All right, we're good. Vinny always distracted me. Always freaking distracted me. What the heck, Vinny the Guinea? But let's wrap this thing up. Thank you guys all for watching Hake's breakdown. I hope this was a success. Umar fought Bekzat before Corey, bro. Yeah, but Bekzat, I get it. I get it that He fought Bexot, and Bexot has looked good since, but he wasn't ranked. He fought Bexot on short notice. Like, Bexot was just coming into the UFC, didn't even have a Contender Series win. So, like, again, they spoil him, and they give him unranked guys, and then they give him Corey Sandhagen, and immediately give him a title shot. Like, come on, it's right there, guys. It's right out in the open, the UFC's corruption. And they're Dagestani glazing. But yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. I hope you said he fought Raoni before Corey. Yes, he did. He did fight Raoni before. Gene Silva, though. Yeah, well, Gene Silva's good. I mean, he got Bryce Mitchell. Same treat. Well, no, he's fighting Bryce Mitchell, who was like number 10, number 11, number 12. Actually, he's number like 13, right? He fought number 13 guy. Yeah, sure, he crushed some cans, but he did it in fantastic fashion. And then he was given like a guy top 10 to top 15, which is what you're supposed to do. I don't think Silva's been given a top 5 guy yet. In fact, he was forced to fight Drew Dober up at lightweight on short notice and beat him. So I think, if anything, Gene Silva has sort of proved his worth as just a badass you can't, take lightly. Again, if you're going, like, they gave him the Ilya treatment. If anything, they gave him the Ilya treatment because they made him go up to lightweight to fight a fucking power puncher in Drew Dober, and he did a better job at destroying a lightweight than Topuria did. And he got given a top 10 to top 15 guy. So I don't think it's the same treatment as Umar. He literally went from beating an unranked guy to fighting a number 2. They're not going to give Gene Silva that, in my opinion. What even is Gene Silva's next fight? I don't think he's been given one yet. Yeah, he hasn't been booked yet, and something tells me they're going to give him like a number 7 or a number 8 guy. So it's not going to be an Umar treatment. He's as talented as Umar, if not even more talented. Lopez, apparently. That's what I've heard. Is that just in the dirt sheets, or has that been confirmed to MMA Cam Hassel? Gene Silva, Diego Lopez. He wants him next. Let's see. Reportedly in the works. Okay. All right, I get it. All right, so Vinny made up a good point. He's gone. If that fight gets booked, then Vinny is right. Vinny is right. If Silva like immediately gets Diego Lopez, but you have to also consider that he fought Drew Dober on short notice and beat him. So he did the UFC a massive favor, and I think the UFC is going to reward Gene Silva for that. So yeah, it's a similar treatment, but at the same time, I think it's very earned for Gene Silva. He obviously looks very talented. Hey, Big Onk MMA. How's it going? Kaya Sakura. Yeah, that's fucking insane. But at the same time, Pantoja's beaten everybody. So I can understand. Like, the UFC's running out of options. Okay, Vinny? Like, they should give Pantoja the bantamweight super title fight if they want to get rid of him. But instead, they're relying on all these outsider flyweights, just outside the ranking Steve Ercegs of the world, to try to take him out. And to be fair, Steve Erceg almost had him. And he should have had him. He should have won by decision. They robbed him. But that's a different situation, Vinny. Flyweight is running out of guys to fight Pantoja. Gene Silva doesn't deserve a reward. Doing good. Good to hear, Big Onk MMA. He doesn't deserve a reward. I mean, if you're a big-time name and you're drawing eyes, like, this is the UFC's bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's what they did to Sean O'Malley. That's what they do to Paddy Pimblett. Like, the ones who draw the money are the ones who get the rewards. And Gene Silva is clearly a very entertaining fighter. Thoughts on Azamat Bekaev versus Torres Finney? I will take Azamat Bekaev in that fight. Roberto Valentin made it very close with Torres Finney. Took a round from him. Almost got 2 rounds from him. All Torres Finney knows how to do is just lay on top of people and just stick his booty out in the air while he's on top of them and do absolutely fucking nothing with it. And then if his opponent has any striking credentials, they'll get back to their feet and make it tough for him. And I feel like Bekaev is just going to put out Torres Finney in the second or third round. If you allow Bekaev to stay on the feet with you, he will put you out. And Torres Finney, all he has is just Gamrot, but even worse because he sticks his booty out in the air when he's doing it. And his wrestling's actually fucking rotten. He thinks he's in the fucking NCAA, and he's actually in the UFC. I think that Bekaev's going to get back to his feet and then fucking chin him. Kai Car France will win. I'm hoping, Cam. I'm hoping. Clearly should be Mavzar. It should be Mavzar. But he's not being given the title shot, Big Onk. He's being given Diego Lopez. I think Mavzar should have gotten the title shot against Volk, in my opinion. He's beaten a bunch of great contenders at featherweight, and it'd be the fight people want to see. But the UFC just hates these Dagestanis, but it only fuels them. It only makes them better because they have the longer road. The UFC needs to know this. New flyweight champion inbound. I'm praying, dude. I'm praying. Can't last forever. Will you be watching the UFC 316 presser? Is that on right now? What time is that? Let me go check that. Make sure to like the stream, by the way, everybody, so that we can get more of you beautiful faces watching Hank's live breakdown. Torres Finney fan club, right here, baby. I mean, you must be his coach or his trainer or something, you know. Torres Finney, he's just not good at being effective on top. For that reason, I don't think I can ever be a fan of him. Guy does not know how to finish his fights until he has to, in which case then he does. Then he's actually entertaining. But usually he's just fucking doing it doggy style, you know? I don't think I'm going to be watching I'll be watching it. I don't think I'll be reacting live to it. I've been on stream for an hour and almost 45 minutes. What's happening so far? What's happening is Bekaev's taking on Torres Finney, and I think Bekaev's going to put Finney out because Finney has his wet carpet technique, but that's it. On the feet, he just struggles all the time. And someone with wrestling and striking in Bekaev's just going to put him out cold. Then Gene Silva might fight Diego Lopez. And that's bad for you, Diego Lopez, guys. It's a terrible turnaround. Diego Lopez should have been fighting Yair Rodriguez. It was right there for the taking, and they didn't book it for some fucking reason. I think the UFC hates us. They literally hate us, and that's why they won't book the fights that make sense. Grant Dawson versus Joel Alvarez was announced. That'll be interesting to see if Alvarez's grappling is up to snuff. I think it will be, to be honest. I think that's too tall and lanky a guy for Grant Dawson to deal with. Torres Finney, amen. Amen. Amen, the number one guy in Torres Finney's fan club. Even he admits it, you know? Let me think of some stuff for Torres Finney. Boring winning. Boras fighting. But in the Apex, thoughts on Dan Ige versus Patricio Pitbull? I think Dan Ige is going to win. I think Dan Ige is going to catch Pitbull with a shot at some point. Pitbull looked rotten against Yair Rodriguez. Barely beat a can in his last Bellator PFL fight. So, he really has to have you cornered in order to beat you. And Dan Ige is just way too quick with it, way too strategic, and just keeps coming forward. And Patricio Pitbull is just going to be so hesitant against Dan Ige, it'll be unreal. And then Dan Ige is just going to put Patricio out. That's my opinion. When you go out, you see my comment with Gray and Smelly, my two homies. When you go out, you see my comment with Gray and Smelly. Yeah, I love Two Smelly Fingers. Two Smelly Fingers is awesome. Gray shirt's cool. Where did you see that, Onk? Kevin K on Twitter. Of course it was Kevin. The very reliable Kevin K. Tourette's, Finny. Yeah, he just swears while he's on top of his opponent.
Fucking go down! Let me finish you! Fuck, God, bitch! Stupid fuck!
Hey, Ulysses, Anakin. That's a banger. Finny versus Azamat makes no sense. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Azamat should be on the rise. They are both unranked, though, so. Pitbull lost to a puppy. Shout out to the puppy. Watch. What's up, Andrew? Tourette's, Finny. Azamat should be fighting someone like Jacob Malkoun. Yeah, I guess. I mean, honestly, Malkoun's in the same place that Taurus Finney is right now. They're both super low level. Oh my God, I was just about to say that. Some thought. Based. We're syncing up. Okay, let's play some new stuff. Pitbull lost to a puppy. Shout out to the puppy. Jacob is a great fighter. Didn't Jacob lose recently to somebody? He hip KO'd Andre Petrosky, and then what happened? No, now I remember. Dude, he fucking fumbled the bag against what's his face? Some guy, and he had him down. I think it was John Castaneda or somebody. He had him down right on his back, and then refused to go in for the kill, and then lost. Cody Brundage lost to Cody Brundage. Jesus Christ. Nah, that was a hip. He beat him by hip KO. Yeah, his hips are undefeated and undisputed. His hips don't lie. Malkoun beat Petrosky. That win aged well. I beat him with his hip, Big Onk MMA. Cody quit versus Malkoun. Yeah, that's true. No, that was sort of a fluke that helped Malkoun win. Brendan just. Sorry, yeah, I think the power went out suddenly. Do you think UFC Atlanta? Do you think UFC Atlanta Buckley versus Usman has more potential to be more exciting than UFC 316? Hold on. Let me check this. Am I back? Oh yeah, okay, I'm back. I'm good. How's Money Malone doing these days? Honestly, that's a better nickname than Money Moicano. Malone is doing well. Bugsy Malone is doing well. Andrew B. I mean, he got his paycheck for the Islam Makhachev fight. Got subbed early in round 1, but I hope he gets booked again, man. He must have gotten a fat fucking check for that Islam fight. He might even be considering fucking retiring after that, honestly.
Thanks, technical gift. Do you think UFC Buckley versus Usman has more potential to be more exciting? Yeah, I do. I do think it will be. I think it's a better main event. First of all, that's a big help. And then on top of that, let me take a look at that card. Let's look at that. Namajunas versus Maverick. That's nasty. Menefield versus C. Shabazian versus Petrosky. Garbrandt Barcelos. Simone Charles Jourdain. Honestly, that isn't a very well booked card. It might be more entertaining, but that's a low percentage in my opinion. Tank's technical difficulties. You're good. You're back. Have you ever watched 60 Days In? I have not. I'm going to look that up right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Looking to eliminate rival gangs, drugs, and corruption at their facilities. These jailers are enlisting members of the public to help, building on the tremendous success of previous undercover operations. Clark County, Indiana, and Atlanta, 60 Days In, continues in Pinal County, Arizona. Law-abiding citizens live in the criminal population 60 days to help expose the root of the jail's many problems. Filmed around the clock. Long series provides a warts and all view of life behind bars as the volunteers attempt to unfamiliar and terrifying surroundings. Dude, the poor fucking civilians who sign up to that. Holy shit. Dude, they could get fucking shanked or killed. They are fucking brave as hell for signing up for that. Wow. You know, Bugsy Siegel was a Jew. I think he was. Yeah, I think I heard that. Pop culture references from that show are insane. It's so interesting. Yeah, probably a lot of P. Diddy jokes and other greatness. Yesterday, I woke up early and got ready for work, and today as well, tomorrow, we're getting our boat out, and we will be up early. Fantastic, Andrew. They film how bad jail really is, man. Drama City, no doubt about it. I mean, I watched Oz. That's a messed up fucking show, dude. That one scares the shit out of me. Holy man, that's crazy. It is. In one season, the dude gets shanked. Does he get killed? Does he get offed by that, or does he survive? Yep, you must tell me. I hope he survives. Oz? Yeah. The show Oz on HBO. Is that it? Yeah. HBO show. 1997 had fucking J.K. Simmons as the main big bad guy of that film. It's messed up. Tim McManus, and then Vernon Schillinger, dude. You might be interested in that character. He's got some interesting philosophy, but is also a piece of shit human, so you might not relate. He lives but gets stoked. He had a guy with a broomstick, and it pulls out a shank. Why the hell does he accidentally hit him with a broomstick or something, or does he do that intentionally? That's crazy if so. I think this is a good place to wrap it up. Grinders. I'm getting tired. I'm worn out. I'm gasping. Everybody, I'm gasping. But thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Hank the Tank. You have been the True Cooking Grinders. This has been Hank's live breakdown. Oh, wait, hold on. We got a new member of the channel before Hank the Tank signs off. Marab or Sean. I think Marab's gonna take it. Hold on, I got a screenshot of that. I think it's going to be Marab by decision, and that is because. I think Marab's going to win just because he's on EPO. Sean O'Malley needs to find the knockout or he's going to lose. And it's just very tough to put out Marab. He's got a solid chin that just gets better as time goes on. And as good as Sean O'Malley has to be perfect in there, but even with perfection, I don't think O'Malley's going to have the kind of cardio that Merab does. So for that reason, I think Merab's just going to keep spamming the takedowns, keep O'Malley down there on the mat, and win a fairly unanimous decision. That's my opinion. But I won't be surprised if O'Malley knocks out Merab stiff. It was a fight. Yeah, same here. The Hankus, we trust. We trust. Like the great Vikings of old, the Scottish, that train their dragons, and they become strong as an ox. And there'll be a dragon killing me, boy. First, I need you to go wash the barn and tend to the chickens, boy. Oh. I see an opportunity of Sean winning. I don't know why. Feels like a lot of MMA YouTubers feel like Sean's going to pull it out of the bag and find the perfectly timed counter KO. But I don't know, man. A lot of fighters have cracked Merab on the chin and haven't been able to finish him, dude. It's like even Umar wasn't able to finish Merab Dvalishvili, and Merab just came back. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's tough to beat Merab fully and put him out cold. He's not the type to get finished. Even Ricky Simone. Okay, let's go out. Yeah, good full name for me. Meek Rob Dvalishvili. 11 likes with watching. Hey, dude, I'll take it. I'll take it. This was a new concept. This was a new series, and I'm glad that anybody showed up for this thing. So, always a pleasure. Meroid Dvalishvili. Yeah, but I have been Hank the Tank. By the way, NBA Young Toast, good to see you. I think I saw you before at some point, so that name seems familiar. So good to see you back. But we've been the Troopers and Grinders. I am Hank the Tank. This is Hank's Breakdown, and of course, you have escaped the asylum for now.